Mm-mm. What is good? What is good, everybody? What is popping, y'all? Let's go. Let me get my sound correct. Let me get my sound situated as we get everything situated here on the podcast tonight. Let me make sure my sound is right. All right, sound is looking good. Sound is looking good. I got it up in the pin section. Mac and Cheese just dropped their new video today, but you'll hear me talking about that throughout the video. Mac and Cheese dropped their video. Detroit Flows with Icewear Vezo and Lil Yachty. It's a major release. They actually dropped that joint today, so that's pretty lit. I've been waiting for that, actually. What's going on tonight, though? How's everybody doing? There's a lot of people that wanted me to speak on the verses from last night. I'm talking UGK versus 8 Ball and MJG, a duo that was actually previously signed to the same record label as Gillie Da Kid. So Gillie actually did an interview with Scarface, Willie D, the Ghetto Boys. He jumped on their podcast, and that's what we're going to be talking about tonight, because it's a story that Gillie actually told on the Reloaded podcast that actually is now coming back to haunt him to a certain extent. I mean, I know Gillie's going to handle this. I know Gillie will handle it however he deems, however he sees fit. You know what I'm saying? But tonight we got to tell the story from both ends. Tonight we're going to tell it from Gillie's side of the story, the run-in with Jay Prince, and we're going to tell it from 8 Ball's side of the story. You know what I'm saying? We're going to cover it from both ends of the spectrum tonight. Also, we got to talk about Trick Daddy. Trick Daddy just won't squash the Wack 100 beef, you guys. Trick Daddy just won't squash that beef. Excuse me. I made a minor error. My bad. It's not Wack 10. Excuse me. My bad about that. Let me just make sure everything's situated here. Appreciate everybody for sharing this video. That's right. I want you guys to share this video with a few of your friends. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, wherever you share this video, it's majorly appreciated. Sorry about that, you guys. Just getting started. We're just getting started tonight. You know, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Actually, Mac and Cheese, Gillie's sons, Mac, Cheese, 37 Mac and Cheese, they dropped their new video. I've got it in the pin section. Everybody needs to go take a look at that. It actually is called Detroit Flows, featuring Icewear Vezo and Lil Yachty. So that's major. That is a major look right there, you guys. Just make sure everything's situated. About to roll up some of this dosi pie. Everybody share this video, you heard? Share this video with a few of your friends on social media. Love from London. Appreciate you for tapping in from London. Miss Cookie, Chicago, Brooklyn, and Queens. Major salute to Miss Cookie. Major salute to you for tapping in. We got Delaware on the check-in. Major salute to everybody tapping in from Delaware. You know I got love for y'all tapping in. There we go. Everything's looking good. Everything's looking good on my end now. Excuse me for the little glitch. What's everybody smoking? What's everyone smoking? And hit that like button. You know, when you first get in here, hit that like button. Let me know what you're blazing. We got some topics to speak on, man. We got some topics to speak on tonight, you guys. I'm about to roll something up, get situated as we get ready for the live video tonight, though. We got some shit to talk about, you guys. Going over this whole incident with Jay Prince. This whole incident with Jay Prince, pretty much detailed by both guys. Okay, smoking on that Georgia pie from Cookies. All right. All right, that's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. Smoking on some of that Georgia pie sounds good to me. I'm actually smoking on some Dosey pie. I'm blazing on some Dosey pie tonight. About to roll this up as we get the stream started. Everybody share this video. Everybody share this video. Hit that like button. GG4. Okay. Okay, blazing on some GG4. That's what I'm talking about. Boog says he's chiefing on that apple gelato. Okay. Let's go. Let's go. Apple gelato rolled up. I got some Dosey pie I'm about to put in this Dutch. You know, we're about to get lit to start the show. That's pretty much how we do things over here. That's how we do things over here. Hit that link in the bio. The new video from Mac and Cheese, Detroit Flows, is out now, featuring Icewear Vezo and Lil Yachty. That's right, major features, and it's a dope track as well. So be sure to drop a comment on Mac and Cheese's new video. It's on the $1 Million Worth of Game YouTube channel. What up, Boog? What up, Harley? What up, Safi? Appreciate y'all for tapping in tonight. Appreciate y'all for tapping in tonight. Everybody share this video with at least 10 of their friends. You know what I'm saying? Go on Facebook, go on Instagram, go on Twitter, and share this video with at least 10 of your friends. My bad. Well, good. Good. I'm about to roll something up so we can get this stream started right, you guys. About to roll something up. What's everybody rolling up in here? What's everybody smoking in here? I hit Gilly up earlier on today. I expect when Gilly wants to address 8 Ball, he's going to address 8 Ball. You know what I mean? 8 Ball actually had the opportunity. You know what I mean? 8 Ball actually had the opportunity to address Gillie Da Kid, you know, on a major platform. You know what I'm saying? He actually had the chance to address Gillie Da Kid on a major platform, so he took the opportunity to do so. When 8 Ball was at the verses, when he was doing the verses, he took a minute to actually address Gillie, and we're going to talk about all that tonight. Roll it up, roll it up, light it up, smoke it up. What up, Mike? Appreciate you for tapping in. Appreciate everybody for sharing this video. everybody for tapping in general. We got some heavy topics tonight. We got some heavy topics tonight. I need everybody tapping in on Instagram. What's up, y'all? Everybody on the gram, hit that link in my bio. Come join me on YouTube. We're all on YouTube right now. Everybody watching me on the gram right now. Hit that link in my bio. Come join us on YouTube. What up? What up? What up? We got Rochester in here. We got Rochester in here tonight. What's going on with you? What's up with you, Randy? Everybody watching this on Instagram, hit that link in my bio. I'm on YouTube right now. We're all over on YouTube, so make sure you hit the link in my bio and come tap in. So yeah, we got to go over this story of 8 Ball. This story of 8 Ball pretty much going at Gillie Da Kid. You know, he took the opportunity where he could find it. Okay, we got Uptown Philly. We got Newark, New Jersey in the building. We got Grand Rapids, Michigan. We got Michigan in the building. Well, Keith, I think you're going to want to check out the new video from Mac and Cheese. I think you're going to want to check out that new video. It's called Detroit Flows. You heard what I'm saying? Featuring Icewear Vezo and Lil Yachty. So you got a little bit of the best of both worlds, man. You got a little bit of the best of both worlds. One thing I'm regretting is leaving my Dutches in the Jeep. You know what I'm saying? I left it. I was riding out today. I left the Dutches in the whip. You know what I'm saying? I left my Dutches in the Jeep. So I might have to run outside during the stream, but probably not. You guys know I stay focused. I'm about to roll up a fat blunt so we can go over the news tonight. We're going to go over the news tonight, as we always do. Now, this story actually goes back a little ways because it goes back to Gilly actually doing an interview alongside Wallow with Scarface. That's right, you guys. Gilly actually did an interview with Scarface, and he kept it all the way real. You know, a lot of details that other rappers are generally going to leave out of the interview. Gilly put it in the interview. Gilly put it in the interview that he ran away from somebody that he didn't even know. He ran away. He didn't even know it. Shout out to Rocco. Everybody in here tonight, this video is actually, I'm letting y'all know, we're doing the news, but also Mac and Cheese got their new music video out. Detroit Flows, baby, out now. I'm rolling up. We're going to be talking about Wack 100 and Trick Daddy as well. Wack 100 and Trick Daddy. The beef is getting serious. The beef is getting serious with Wack 100 and Trick Daddy. And we're going to go over all of that tonight, you guys. Actually explains why the beef started, all that type of shit, you guys. We're going to go over it all, man. I'm your boy, Mikey T, the movie star. I need everybody in here. Share this video with a few of your friends. If you got friends that are in hip-hop, share this video with them. You know we're talking live shit tonight. What up, Maul? What up, Maul? What's going on with my phone? Let me get my phone situated. Now let me get this Dutch situated. Man, come on. Don't be messing up my stream, man. Oh, shit. That's my dude right there. It's my dude in the building right there. My guy, Colin, the Cleaver, Colin Andrew. What's going on, bro? You know, we're just talking some hip-hop news tonight. Appreciate you for tapping in, bro. Get that 14-hour day tomorrow. My dude Colin's like just popping in to say, hey, bro, time to rock out for a 14-hour day. Major salute, bro. Appreciate you tapping in. El Capitan in the building. Hashtag Dutch gang. All right, let's do it. Texas up in here. Texas is in this bitch tonight. Let's get it, man. I'm just rolling something up. We're on the pre-show. We're about to get started with some of the news. Gillie actually did an interview. Gillie Da Kid actually did an interview alongside Wallow with the Ghetto Boys. He sat with Scarface. So I'm going to tap into that. But Gillie actually mentioned one of his label mates. Gillie actually mentioned his label mate, 8 Ball and MJG, when he was signed with Suave House. He mentioned them in kind of a shaky light. You know, he kind of mentioned them in a shaky way, because this interview that Gillie did, it involved a conversation about running from Jay Prince. You know, this was at a point in time where Gillie didn't even know Jay Prince. Mike's in here from Providence, Rhode Island. Okay, you already know what to do when you first tap into the chat. Make sure you let me know what you're blazing, and let me know what state you're tapping in from. We got Brickyard. We got the Brickyard in the building tonight. Salute Tay. Salute my guy. Appreciate you for tapping in. Everybody share this video with a few of your friends. If you got any friends that actually mess with hip hop, share this video to all of them. Let them know to come tap in the chat room with you and shit like that. I'm about to roll something up so we can get this video started. We got two topics tonight. You know, Trick Daddy actually went on the Breakfast Club and said some things that actually sparked some issues with Wack 100. He actually kind of crossed the line to a certain extent. So once Wack 100 got word of that, Wack kind of knew it was on. But also there was a key person in between Wack and Trick Daddy that seemed to be stirring the pot. Let me roll this L up. We got Cashville, Tennessee up in here. Major salute. We got Tennessee in the building. Young Buck, Cashville, Tennessee. All that type of shit from back in the day. If you're just tapping in, check out Mac and Cheese's new video, Detroit Flows with Icewear Vezo. Little Yachty, dope-ass new video out. What's that, Mike? You got that 80s D-line burning up today? What the hell does that mean, bro? 615, yup, the 615. That's right. Cashville, Nashville. Let me get lighted up, man. I've been smoking a couple different strains. Let me see if I got my... Oh, yeah, so I got this strain on deck today. And I also got this strain, which I'm currently rolling up on deck today. So, yeah, I got a couple different good strains on deck today, you guys. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Shout out to Alabama. Shout out to Alabama in the building tonight. Okay. Major salute, Joe. Thanks for tapping in, bro. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Oh, Chocolope. All right. Been a little minute since I heard about some Chocolope, bro. Never really got my hands on any, to be 100% honest with you. So let's get into some of the news, you guys. Honestly, thinking if we should go Wack or if we should go Gillie first. Thinking of, all right, so it looks right here. It looks like I got the, oh, hold on. That's what I got to do. So let's get into this topic. Gillie actually went on, Gillie actually did an interview on the Ghetto Boys Reloaded podcast, right? So the Ghetto Boys Reloaded podcast, Scarface and Willie D, they had Gillie Da Kid and they had Wallow on the show. And this is where the topic first started that actually began to involve 8 Ball and MJG. The conversation sparked off from Gillie's Suave House situation where his label mates were brought up. And Wallow's like, I'm going to tell you. So it really started with Wallow telling Scarface, I'm going to tell you my favorite joint. This is what Wallow was telling the Scarface. So it was on your label mate was on it. He said to Gillie, he's like, your label mate was on it. Scarface asked, who's your label mate? And Gillie asked, from Cash Money? And while I was like, Tony Draper had Suave House Records. That's what label he was on. I'm telling him his label mate, Tony Draper, is the one that put him on. And Willie D asked, you was signed to Suave House? I knew you did the Cash Money thing. So yeah, a lot of people, everybody generally in the music industry or the fans, we all pretty much know that Gillie Da Kid was signed to Cash Money, or we knew he had a relationship with Cash Money. But the majority of people probably don't know that he had a situation with Suave House as well when he went down and worked with Tony Draper, and he was actually signed alongside the likes of 8 Ball and MJG. So Willie D is like, you signed to Suave House? I knew you did the Cash Money thing. And Gilly's like, I'm on the Armed Robbery remix. Tony Draper was the first person to put money in my pocket. Jay Prince was the first person I ran from, and I ain't even know him. Shit was crazy right there. Jay Prince was the first person I ran from. Ghetto Resurrection. Yeah, so we got some shit to talk about here, you guys. My bad, y'all. I'm just enjoying the good kush. Actually, the Dosi Pie, my bad. My bad about that, you guys. Excuse me on the dead air. So basically, so what are we starting with? The Trick Daddy Wack 100 issues. We're going to start with the Trick Daddy and Wack 100 issues. So Trick Daddy was speaking on one of his homies that actually knew Wack 100, or actually knew him well enough to actually squash the beef. Trick is like, one of my main mans is one of the dudes that really F's with him. They was like, just holler at my boy. My man said, y'all can squash that shit with Wack. Trick Daddy's like, I don't squash nothing. I'm an asshole. When I tell you what's up, somebody got to go. You talking? Let me tell you something. I travel all over the world. Trick Daddy went on. I'm always in New York. I'm always in LA. I be in Jacksonville every other week. I be in Atlanta once or twice a month. I respect everybody's hood. I know what not to do. I'm not checking in. I don't know about that checking in. If it feel like I got to check in, I ain't coming. Real words right there. Real words right there from Trick Daddy. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right, Willie. That's right. I was actually going over the Willie D and the Scarface. My bad. I had that opened on another page. Excuse me. Totally just flipped into a whole nother story on you. Well, let's do the Trick Daddy and the Wack 100 stuff first. Because this Wack 100 versus Trick Daddy beef, this shit is pretty crazy. These old heads going at it, you guys. And, you know, it honestly to me seems like both of them wanted to avoid it. But the fact that Trick Daddy went on the Breakfast Club and said certain things, you know what I mean? When Trick Daddy doesn't really need to be addressing Wack 100. He really doesn't need to be addressing Wack 100 in all honesty. You know what I'm saying? He says, I know what not to do. I'm not checking in. I don't know about that checking in. If I feel like I got to check in, I'm not going. I ain't coming. Trick Daddy then said, because I'm not checking in, but I respect you. And when you come here and you're going to get the same love and respect, when you come here, you're going to get the same love and respect, he said. They come here and they enjoy the weather. They enjoy the women. They eat some nice food and they go home safe. Dudes don't even check in with nobody to hang nowhere. So Trick is obviously talking about how everybody goes to Miami and it's not like you got to check in. You know, from the era of Rick Ross, from the era of Trick Daddy, you know what I mean? These different periods of time in hip hop. Trick is just saying that the people were allowed to go to Miami and enjoy themselves, to enjoy the food, the women, the beaches, the experiences that going to Miami brings you. You know, the situation isn't the same in other places though. In other places, sometimes you get hit with this stigma of checking in. So Trick is like, now if you coming in some town and you're trying to take over some shit, you're trying to invest some money, you better have the right people with you because you're gonna get stuck up. Other than that, dudes ain't checking in. But let me go over that a little bit. You see, we saw one of the biggest stars, we saw one of the biggest record labels actually go to Miami. I'm talking about Cash Money, you know, formerly being in Louisiana, New Orleans. Cash Money actually taking their talents and moving over to Miami. We saw them accepted in Miami. You know what I mean? We saw them really get accepted and we saw what happened. They turned it into their home. So that's what he's saying here. You know what I mean? That's what he's kind of saying here. You can't just expect to go somewhere and expect to take over. Like you said, now if you're coming into town and you're trying to take over some shit, you're trying to invest some money, you better have the right people with you because you're going to get stuck up. Other than that, dudes ain't checking in. It's not where you're from, it's where you learn that shit called respect. These dude thinks loyalty is just a tattoo. I like this right here, man. Trick Daddy's talking some shit. This might be some of the realest shit that Trick Daddy has talked in the last few years. You know what I mean? All this other shit I hear Trick Daddy saying is all about, you know what I mean, being in the different clubs and shit like that I'm not really going to name right now. But I'm liking this Trick Daddy right here. Belicio said, but that's kind of general in the South. We do things differently. That check-in shit really is kind of weak. I hear you, bro. I hear you. I do hear you on that, man. So let me see here. Now, someone said, I'm trying to figure out where the game is going to go on tour because Wack is messing everything up and he's got an album coming out. Yeah, so they're making a big deal about the game having a new album coming out. We all know the game's new album is called Drillmatic. If you want to check it out, Mac and Cheese have a new video out. I've got it pinned up in the chat. It's called Detroit Flows, you guys. Detroit Flows featuring Icewear Vezo, quite possibly the hottest newcomer, or I don't even want to call him a newcomer, man, because he's been on the scene grinding it out for a few years. And then Lil Yachty as well are both on that. So I'd appreciate it if everybody checked out Mac and Cheese's new video. Major salute to Mac 37 Mac for always showing me love. Let me see what I got here. Now, if you're coming in town, like I said, if you're coming in town and you're trying to do all that, you better have some good people around you. These dudes think loyalty is a tattoo. Someone asked about the game being able to tour, knowing that he's going to drop an album. The fact that Wack is making so many different enemies. Some people are saying that Wack is moving to London or some shit like that. I think my friend told me that you're allowed to actually be in each different European country. Hold on one second. Let me get him on the phone if I can. Let me see if I get him on the phone. He's probably going to birdman my call, though. Just like. My dude's actually traveled to a few different countries. I'm pretty sure you're allowed to stay in any different country for 3 months time period. Now, if you go to London, if you go to England, if you go to Ireland, if you go to Switzerland, if you go to Germany, France, Norway, any of these European countries, I do believe you're allowed to stay at these countries for a duration of 3 months. Just putting it out there for anybody who needs to run over to Europe to get their shit straight. You know what I mean? If you need to dart over to Europe and stay there for a few months or a few years, you can get it done. Just fly into LA when the time is right. You know what I mean? Just fly into LA at the moment. Just fly into LA whenever you need to, or like Trick Daddy saying, fly into ATL every month. Trick Daddy pretty much said he's everywhere, you guys. Trick Daddy pretty much said he's everywhere. And Wack 100, I think, is in a lot of these places. So I was interested going into this conversation with Wack and Trick. At this point, this is just Trick on his own. So now we're getting into, they're asking Trick if he thinks that the game working with Wack is going to hinder his career. And Trick asked, does he really F with Wack like that? One, people got to understand, we talked about this earlier. You know what I mean? He's like, does he even really F with Wack like that? So Trick Daddy is legitimately asking the question, does the game even mess with Wack like that anymore? Trick was asked, does it matter how old you are when you snitch? Trick was like, hell nah. Let me tell you something. I trust and believe in my heart. If I put you in a situation with some street shit, with some conspiracy shit, some Rico shit, and you ain't that type of dude, you're supposed to free me. If I leave you, if I don't at least bond you out, you be there to free yourself because you already be used to this. You can't involve someone in some shit that they don't know about. So Wack and Trick actually had another video where they were going at it though. Trick had a video where he was addressing Wack on his own, but Trick Daddy and Wack actually had a video where they were going at it. I want to go back and forth between this conversation with them. Trick is like, see, Wack, there you go. Now you being a soft troll. That's what I know you for. That's what I know you from. Run my name. You want to run something. Run my name if you want to run something. Wack says, we did run your name. You were screaming. Trick is like, you didn't run my name. You think there's something one of you can say that would hurt me? So Wack got called out by Trick right there. He's like, yo, run my name. Go pull up any type of information you might be able to get about me. Oh, we did run your name. You were screaming. You didn't run my name. You think there's something one of you can say that would hurt me? You can come here and say F all that. Trick is like, bring your ass down here. I don't throw rocks and hide my head. Wack is like, where are you at? Wack is like, where are you at? I'm in Miami every day. Where you at? Trick is like, you in Miami and you want to know where I'm at? I need to know where you're at. Trick, obviously known for being the mayor. You know what I'm saying? Trick Daddy, obviously known for being the mayor. So, yeah, if you're going to tell Trick that you're in his city, you know, I don't think you ask Trick where he is at in the city. I think you kind of like tell Trick where you're at. And then, you know what I mean? Being that Trick is from Florida, you know what I mean? It goes like that. You know, he's the mayor of that city and shit. So Wack is like, where do you need my people to be at? And that's where Trick got him. Trick is like, people to be at? You're a fan club ass dude. You see, Wack didn't say, where do you need me to show up at? Trick was taking exception to that. People be at where you want your dudes to be at. Where do you want me to drop the location so all of your friends can show up? So Wack pretty much wasn't planning on showing up there one-on-one and going there to meet him one-on-one. Wack was kind of more interested with getting the location and then flooding that location. What up, Nightman? What's popping, bro? Appreciate you for tapping in tonight. You know we got to go over the UGK joint from last night. You know we got to go over that. The UGK, 8 Ball and MJG. 8 Ball took a moment to go at Gilly to actually dispel the rumors, or should I say the story. 8 Ball pretty much exposed Gilly for the story that he told. He said, Gilly, that story wasn't true. He said, Gilly, you're going to need to go ahead and retell that story. You know, it's crazy because last week, Mac Main actually came out and did the same thing. You know what I mean? Last week, Mac Main actually came out and did the same thing when he put out a video of Gilly and Lil Wayne. You know what I'm saying? So that was kind of crazy as well. But let's get back into this right here because we're actually talking about Wack 100 and Trick Daddy. Wack is like, you can't tell me how to fight my fight. If me and you gonna get down, we can get down. But if we're gonna play the streets, we gonna play the streets. Trick is like, you always had something slick to say. And I told P, if you shut up, I'm gonna tell you what I said out my mouth. Wack is like, there ain't no shut the F up. You need to learn how to talk to people. Funny, because wasn't it just Gilly who was telling Wack that he needs to learn how to talk to people? Now Wack is here telling you need to learn how to talk to people. It's a Trick. Trick is like, P said the dude is always saying your name. I think the dude Wack has a problem with you. So somebody was putting it into Trick Daddy's ear that Wack 100 actually had a problem with him. You know, they're like, yo, Wack is saying this about you. Wack is trying to get it. Somebody was putting that in Trick Daddy's ear. And you know what? It's not going to be too hard to rile somebody up. As I talked about a few nights ago, or maybe last night, jealousy is all throughout the game of hip hop. Jealousy is easily brought to the table in certain situations. All you got to do is come up with a little story. Just like we're seeing here. Dudes be talking about you on the clubhouse. They said this and that and that and that. Dude was on the Breakfast Club and he said this about you. So Trick Daddy's like, P said the dude is always saying your name. I think the dude, Wack, has a problem with you. Wack is like, he's lying. He's gassing you. Trick is like, you don't want to know what I said. Let me tell you something. Let me tell them what I said in your presence. Because Trick was already Wack was coming at Trick like, yo, you already said what you said. You already told people what you said, Trick. You already told everybody what you said, Trick. Trick is like, yo, let me tell everybody in this room what I said in your presence. I told Miss P, first of all, when someone says something about me, don't take up for them. Be careful with talking to Wack. This is what he do to get paid. Your best bet is to stay off the phone with him. Don't keep telling me what he said about me. Sounds very similar to what Mano was saying a few days ago on, social media. Mano had gone on social media and said, leave my name, like, don't come at me, don't text me, don't message me when you've got something negative to bring to the table. When you got something positive to bring to the table, then you can message me. But when you're just messaging me every time somebody's taking a shot at my name, you're just messaging me every time somebody's dissing me or trying to discredit me, then it's a little bit much. At that point, it's a little bit much where I don't even really want to hear from you. I'm putting up a poll right now. Who do you believe? Who do you guys believe in this story about Jay Prince? Do you believe Gillie Da Kid or do you believe 8 Ball? I want to know, who does everybody believe in this story about Jay Prince? Is it Gillie Da Kid or is it 8 Ball? I've got to know what everybody thinks. I want everybody to vote in the poll right now. Let me know what you guys think. Are you guys rocking with 8 Ball, who says it was not him? Gillie needs to really reveal who he was with. That's what 8 Ball says. Or are you guys rocking with Gillie, who said that they told him to run from somebody that he didn't even know? And Gillie pretty much ran with them all because that's who he was with that day at the parking lot pimping. Also, Mac and Cheese have a new video out. It's called Detroit Flows. Dope features on there from Mac and Cheese. This is actually their first features released with visuals. They got Icewear Vezo and they got Lil Yachty on there. That's $1 million worth of game records. Hell yeah. Salute to those young bulls. Mac and Cheese, 37 Mac Cheese. These guys have been doing their thing for a minute, you guys. They are the first representations from $1 million worth of game records, baby. That's right, Gillie, Wallow. Salute everybody over there. I want to know, what does everybody think in the chat? Who are y'all rocking with? Who do you believe in the story about Jay Prince? That's our main event tonight. What up with you, Chris? What up, damn near? What's popping with you, man? Appreciate y'all for tapping in. So let's get back into the story here. Right now, first, we're actually talking about Wack 100 and actually Trick Daddy going at it. So Trick is like, you don't want to know what I said. Let me tell you what I said in your presence. I told Miss P, first of all, when someone says something about me, don't take up for them. Be careful with talking to Wack. He warned her about talking to Wack. So Wack is like, so how come every time I come to the room, it's cool? Trick is like, you ain't been to the room since. Wack is like, she's been telling me this for months. I don't know why they're hating on you. I'm the one who asked you to come here and drive the traffic. Trick is like, you came to the room and got into an argument with some other dudes. I checked them dudes and I said, let the man talk. So Trick actually helped Wack 100 at one point. Trick says that he actually went into the room and told everybody to let Wack 100 talk. Wack is like, hey, listen, I'm going to keep it 100. We was all right until she told me the dude Trick doesn't like you. Like she was playing both sides. Trick is like, if you felt like that as a real dude, you know what you should have did. You should have called me out like I called you out. This is Trick Daddy being very real with Wack 100. I need everybody in here to share this video. Let's go. Everybody share this video on your various forms of social media. Share it with 10 of your friends on Instagram. Share it with 10 of your friends on Facebook and 10 of your friends on Twitter. I appreciate it, man. Mikey T, the movie star. All right, so you came to the room and got into an argument, Trick said, because, Wack 100 was contending that he was asked to be there to help drive traffic. Well, when you came into the room to help drive traffic, Wack, all you did was really get into an argument with some dude. And then apparently Trick had to check him and be like, yo, let the man talk. Wack is like, hey, listen, I'm going to keep it with 100. We was all right. And she told me Trick doesn't like you. Looks like she was playing both sides, though, because whoever this was actually telling both Trick and Wack this type of thing. Oh, doesn't like you, doesn't like you. Trick is like, if you felt like that as a real dude, you know what you should have did. You should have called me out like I called you out. Wack is like, I didn't do a room. You did it. Trick is like, you did a room. Wack goes, I ain't did a room. I posted it, but I didn't do it. I posted it, but I didn't do the room. I didn't do the room, but did she tell you why, though? Trick is like, I don't deal with the he say, she say. So pretty much Wack is saying here, he had a whole room ready to go. Wack actually had a whole room ready to go, and then he just decided to dub the room. You know what I mean? As if I started a YouTube video and then a half an hour through it, I decided to dub the YouTube video. Or even like or actually what Wack did before the video even got started. You know what I'm saying? Belicio, we're going to be getting into Gilly's side of the story in just a minute. Gilly actually told his side of the story to Scarface and Willie D. Yep, we're going to get into that in just a second. But right now, we're actually talking about Wack and Trick Daddy. So Wack is like, I ain't did a room. I posted it, but I didn't do the room. I didn't do the room, but did she tell you why, though? And Trick is like, I don't deal with the he say, she say. Wack is like, I got tired. She begged me to come to the room. I got tired. She begged me to come to the room. Oh, shit. 1 second. So it looked like this woman was trying to have both of these guys come to the room on separate occasions, but capitalize on it. Capitalize on it by getting the views. My bad, you guys. Just doing a little post. There we go. There we go. Cool. What up, what up, what up? D-Town in the building. Salute to D-Town. Appreciate you for tapping in. Definitely appreciate everybody for tapping in. I like it. I like it. Let me get back into it though. So Wack is like, I got tired. She begged me to come into the room, and you keep telling me people are weird. F them. It's my room. You already told me this dude saying all this weird shit about me. I'm not coming over there. So Wack pretty much wanted to deny going to the room. Trick is like, I'm gonna tell you, Wack, if I felt intimidated for any reason, I would have came. When you say something to be real, when you say something to a real dude about exposing, you can't expose me. Trick went on. When I just came in the room, they said they heard me on the Breakfast Club this morning. So somebody else is like, I heard it. He said I heard what he said. Trick is like, that ain't my lingo. I don't talk like that. So Wack said he still hadn't really heard the interview that Trick Daddy did on the Breakfast Club. So Wack is like, out of respect, someone called me. I scheduled the room. Somebody called me. I let the room go. I told that woman, stop playing with my name over there. You're going to get some shit going playing these games. I told her it's this 2 days ago. So Wack was pretty much trying to tell her, like, yo, stop playing these games with me and Trick Daddy, or you're going to get something going with us on the internet. And now we see what it's turned into. Now we've got another person pretty much dissing Wack 100. And this has been going on for quite some time, though, you guys. You know what I mean? Wack 100 is not shy of making an enemy from within the music industry. The only difference here is he's dealing with somebody from past fame. In other situations, he's tried to deal with people like 21 Savage, Meek Mill, you know what I'm saying? All these types of people. So Trick is like 2 days ago, right? Wack is like 2 days ago. I told her. Trick was like, I was in the room when they was doing all that shit 2 days ago. Wack is like, I don't know who's in the room. Trick is like, that's how some shit. So when Trick was talking about the Breakfast Club interview, he's like, that's some shit like how they cut the Beyonce comment I made. They take the one piece I said on that, what you're queuing in on. I'm telling you, that's how he's like, I'm telling you, that's how I'm looking on it. So I don't really know what Trick Daddy said about Beyonce or what type of soundbite they have about him saying about Beyonce. I might have to check that out. I was thinking about that as I was, reviewing all this today. I might have to check that out. Not that I'll report on it. You know what I mean? Not really something I would actually report on. But so Trick is like, when you play with me, so Trick is like, that's the same shit. Like how they cut up my comment about Beyonce. He's like, I'm telling you, that's how I'm looking at it. Trick said, when you play with me, everything is up. First of all, I did an interview yesterday and they dropped it today. You green ass. And so actually, Cadillac Ta responded to this and said, you is a clown. Now, when Trick was calling somebody green, I was thinking he was referring to Wack. Even though Wack has a number of years in the game, maybe Wack is more green to when it comes to podcasting. Maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe he was talking to Cadillac Ta because Wack is about to go in on him. Wack is about to go in on Trick, actually. So Caddy's like, you is the clown. Trick is like, you a green ass dude. So Wack is like, there's nothing green about this dude. So Wack pretty much had to explain to Trick Daddy who Cadillac Ta was. He pretty much had to explain to Trick Daddy that Cadillac Ta was from Murder Inc., Irv Gotti's record label, Ja Rule and all that, living it up, all them big jams, I'm Real with Jennifer Lopez and all that. One of the biggest dynasties in hip hop. Yeah, but who was Cadillac Ta? Trick Daddy's saying, well, all right, how about a guy who has had various singles released? A guy that's actually had singles released on some of the biggest movies ever dropped. Cadillac Ta isn't green when it comes to this shit. You know what I'm saying? He's just had a couple opportunities pulled back from him, like when his debut album never dropped and they sent him back to the drawing board. And they said, Ta, we got this check for you apparently, and we're going to send you back to the drawing board to make another album. I think after that, I would have to do an interview with Cadillac Ta to speak on this stuff, to get into the more details for all you. I would be interested in that. But Ta seems to be more caught up on Clubhouse nowadays, but he's also releasing projects as well. So it's good to see him really getting back in there and doing shit, because he's got the Boss of All Bosses, the Boss project. Actually, it was volume 2. I might be messing that title up a little bit, but salute the Cadillac Ta. Why are you saluting Cadillac Ta, Mikey T? Other than the fact that he's somebody that I've watched and seen in the music industry over the years, literally watching his video on television. Cadillac Ta has also given me an interview and actually welcomed me into Pav City. You know what I'm saying? And showed me love. You know what I'm saying? When he didn't really have to. You know what I mean? But that doesn't mean I'm just going to come on here and sugarcoat everything. I'm going to keep it real in all aspects. But let's get back into it, because, Trick Daddy was kind of referring to Cadillac Ta as green, because of the fact that Cadillac Ta isn't the one that you would necessarily compare to Trick Daddy. You know what I mean? It would be Ja Rule that you would compare to Trick Daddy. You know what I'm saying? So Wack is like, there's nothing green about this dude. Trick is like, how you know there's nothing green about him? Wack is like, that's Cadillac Ta. You don't know who that is from New York? You know who the F Cadillac Ta is. Trick is like, I don't know no mother effing Cadillac Ta. You gonna tell me who I know? I don't know no Cadillac Ta. Wack is like, well, he ain't green, my dude. Trick is like, that boy talking about you gonna expose Trick. You're gonna. So then, yeah, they basically played his quote from the Breakfast Club, and Wack is like, there it goes. Trick is like, what word they leave out? The fact that I said out my mouth and you just heard what I said, you can't expose me. The fact that I just said, the fact that Trick was really hard to understand right here. So let me try to get this together. Leave the fact that I said out my mouth and you just heard what I said, you can't expose me. Wack is like, this dude is weird. 1 minute you say they left a word out, and now you saying, Trick, everyone here heard what I said. You can't expose me. Did you say it or did you not say it? Because Trick really didn't seem like he wanted to admit actually saying this a little bit earlier on in the conversation. And I can see why. You know what I mean? I don't know what was going on with Trick Daddy when he went and did the Breakfast Club interview. I don't know why these guys think it's the best time to actually smoke some of the most fire kush. And obviously, I'm not just talking about fire kush in some of these guys' situations, but I don't know why these guys think it's the opportune time to actually, smoke the most fire kush right before a major interview, smoking something or doing something that's going to get you saying the most crazy shit on the radio. You know what I mean? Getting you, put into a situation now where you're getting decimated on Clubhouse, made fun of, ridiculed, and your words are just falling on top of each other. And it sounds kind of crazy, man. Belicio says, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. We was jamming Ja back in the day. Pain is love, baby. Oh shit, Seca tapping in. Appreciate you, Seca. Green in Miami means shady. Ooh. Let me get back to that line then about shady. Interesting. Interesting right there. Shady, huh? Yeah. How you know nothing is green about him? You green ass mother effers. What's up with you? What up with your real talk? What up, what up, what up, Luke? Let me see. Nightman says he was okay, but not hitting. I was a top fan. He had nothing to say after them 3 songs, and one was J-Lo remix. He gave up. Yep, you're bringing up the Ain't It Funny remix with J-Lo, the Pop City anthem. But also, man, he had various features on Ja Rule albums. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he was on the first Veni Vidi Vici, but they did get Cadillac Ta on Rule 336, Pain is Love, The Last Temptation. I got to say he was on all three of those albums. That's why when I'm talking about green, I'm saying he's not that green. He's been on major albums. He's actually completed his own albums and got budgets to do others. You know, he's actually had music videos that were featured on soundtracks from albums. That's why it's a little bit green, if we want to use green in the terms of shady, that Trick Daddy doesn't really know about that. I mean, in all reality, Trick Daddy has actually featured on Ja Rule albums as well. The Life Goes On track that he did with him. Was that on the RULE though album? Was that on the RULE though album, guys? Yep, exactly, Nightman. The Murder Inc. Presents albums. All that shit, man. All that shit. So before we get into the next topic, I gotta ask everybody, who do you believe in the story about Jay Prince, man? Is it Gillie Da Kid or is it 8 Ball? Right now, we've got 52% of the chat leaning towards my guy, Gillie Da Kid. Or do you guys believe that Gillie was exposed? Was he exposed? Did they get Gillie in this one? Did they catch him up, just giving Scarface a great interview? Scarface was a little bit taken back by it too. Scarface was like, what? Why were you running from Jay Prince? Scarface was a little taken back by it as well. Nobody would really expect Gillie to run, but that's the reason for the story. That's the reason for the story, you guys. Gillie explained, well, we're going to get into it, but Gillie pretty much explained he left because that's who he was with. Yeah, we need this. That's right. Bel Air Blue, baby. So we're about to get into this second part of the story. Tonight. We just covered Wack 100 versus Trick Daddy. That's a wild situation because Trick Daddy does not know how to pull back. He does not have a He does not have any sort of a filter. You know what I'm saying? Just look at his name. Trick Daddy has one of the best names in the game. Trick Daddy. He's the Trick Daddy. You know what I mean? That's one of the best names, period, in rap. Somebody hit Trick Daddy up and ask him if I could use that rap name. And I'm going to make a string of mixtapes. And the Trick Daddy mixtapes. I'm just going to rename myself Trick Daddy. That name is that cool. That's if anybody ever was asking, like Mikey T, what does the T in Mikey T stand for? It actually stands for Mikey Trick Daddy, because I am actually one of the Trick Daddies too out there, you guys. I'm just kidding. Back in the day when I was younger, I used to think that name was cool as hell. But everybody knows that on Rick Ross, Jay says, you should ask him. Yeah, when I get on, I'm going to hit him up and I'm going to be like, yo, bro, can I get like when I get on, you know what I mean? I'm going to hit him up and I'm going to be like, can I get one official day of the year when I can just use the name Trick Daddy? Yeah, Ghostface has a great name too. Yeah. Except for the fact that Ghostface's name would be a little bit hard to get your albums into Target and Best Buy and Walmart back in the day. You know what I'm saying? But Trick Daddy, he found a way to do it, with that whole Trick Love the Kids. He really made his presentation in a good way. So let's get into this, you guys. Everybody share this video. Let's go. Let's get 100 people in here, y'all. Share this video if you mess with Mikey T, the movie star. So Gillie Da Kid was on and Wallow. They were on the Ghetto Boys Reloaded podcast with Scarface and Willie D. And they had Gillie and Wallow on there. And, of course, Wallow had to let Scarface know. He had to give him some of his flowers. He wanted to tell him his favorite song. He's like, I'm going to tell you my favorite joint. Wallow's saying this to Scarface, right? And then he's looked at Gillie and he's like, it was on your label. Your label mate was on there. And Scarface asked, like, who's your label mate? Gilly questioned, he's like, you talking about Cash Money? He's like, Cash Money? Well, I was like, Tony Draper had Suave House Records. That's what label he was on. I'm telling him, his label mate. Tony Draper is the first one to put him on. Willie D's like, you signed to Suave House? I knew you did the Cash Money thing. Everybody out there pretty much knows about Gilly working with Suave House. But if you go in deeper, if you know a little, pause, if it ain't actually nothing wrong with that. But you know what I'm saying? If you go in a little bit deeper and dig into the hit, pause. There is a whole hell of a lot wrong with that. But if you go in and get a little bit more of the knowledge, you guys, you will see that Gilly has actually had several other record deals aside from Cash Money. You'll see that Gilly has had several other record deals, both solo and group deals that he's turned down. You know what I'm saying? All these type of situations. Everybody that's watching this video, I want you to check out Mac and Cheese's new joint. $1 million worth of game records presents the new joint. Detroit Flows, baby. I got it up there pinned up. Shout out to Mac and Cheese. They actually got Icewear Vezo. They actually got Lil Yachty on there. Salute to the guys, man. This is actually 37 Mac and Cheese's first features to be released in visual format. $1 million worth of game, baby. Still waiting. I'm still waiting on my position at the label as an A&R so I could really go all over the country and start marketing this label to the masses. I swear y'all are going to be seeing me show up, and if I can get this position with $1 million worth of game records, y'all are going to see me in Chicago, Atlanta, San Diego, Sacramento, Los Angeles. I'm going to be in Miami, Jacksonville, or did I say Orlando? I'm going to be in every single major market promoting. I'm going to turn $1 million worth of game records into the new MMG. I already told Gilly that. I was like, Gil, I'm going to turn $1 million worth of game into MMG, baby. Let's do it. I'm just waiting on the call from Gil. So y'all go check out the new video from Mac and Cheese featuring Icewear Vezo, pretty much the hottest rapper in the game right now, and Lil Yachty, one of the dopest writers as well. And y'all can see Mac and Cheese actually trading flows with some of these very versatile cats. So click the link that I got pinned up right now and show some love to the future of the music industry. Also, shout out Gilly's daughter. She's the future of that pop music, that soft pop music. That shit, it was dope that his daughter is doing. I was so impressed with it. But anyways, let's get into the topic, man. So Gilly and Wallow were actually on the podcast with Scarface, Willie D, the Ghetto Boys Reloaded podcast. Please, anybody, let me know if I'm butchering that. You know what I'm saying? So Scarface asked, like, who is your label mate? Gilly's like, Cash Money? Well, I was like, Tony Draper had Suave House Records. That's what label he was on. I'm telling him, his label mate. Tony Draper is the first one to put him on. Gilly told me that. But, you know, I already knew about that. That's why I was going to talk with Gilly about it when I had first interviewed him. So Willie D asked, you was signed to Suave House? I knew you did the Cash Money thing. Gilly's like, I'm on Armed Robbery, the remix. Tony Draper was the first person to put money in my pocket. Jay Prince was the first person I ran from, and I ain't know him. Scarface questioned that. He's like, ran from him? What you run for? Wallow's like, tell him what happened. Share this video, everybody. Let's go. Hit that like button, y'all. I need 50 likes on this video. We got 72 people in here. Let's get 50 likes on this video. We got 30 likes. I need 20 likes right now, you guys. Everybody hit that like button. Let's go. Let's go. Wallow's like, tell him what happened. Scarface is like, you ran from him. What'd you do that for? What'd you run for? Well, that's what we're about to do. Hit that like button. I need 50 likes. 50 likes. Let's go. I need 50 likes. and I need 50 bottles of Bel Air Rose. You heard? I need 50 bottles and I need 50 likes. Let's go. V Trail, appreciate you for tapping in from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Baton Rouge, Louisiana in this bitch. UGK for life. Long live the pimp. Respect, respect. Pimp C and Mama West. Shouts to Bun, Ball, and Pimp Tight. Appreciate you again, V Trill, for tapping into the live video tonight. All right, y'all. We need 14 more likes. Let's go. Hit that like button. We got put them stars. Put them stars in the chat. Put them stars in the chat and hit that like button. We got North Carolina up in here. All right, cool. Appreciate North Carolina for tapping in. Eric, that's my guy right there. But let me get back to this. Let me get back to this right here. So while I was like telling what happened. So y'all want to know what happened from Gilly's perspective, and then we're going to get into 8 Ball's response. And this is a little bit of a delayed response, but like I said, 8 Ball actually just got the platform for this. It's not like 8 Ball is doing interviews on the $1 Million Worth of Game podcast. It's not like 8 Ball is doing interviews on Vlad TV. You know what I'm saying? This Verzuz was actually the biggest platform he had to actually address it, where it would go national, national pretty much. I had a live video last night and everybody hit me up in the live. Yo, Mikey T, 8 Ball just got at your guy Gilly. 8 Ball just exposed Gilly. 8 Ball just went in on Gilly. 8 Ball just said this about Gilly. And I'm like, yo, guys, I got some other news I'm covering tonight. We will get to that tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So I want to go over Gilly's perspective, which we're doing right now. Wallow told him to tell it. Scarface is like, why'd you run from Jay Prince? Gilly put it out there that was his first deal with Tony Draper and Suave House. And it was the first time he ran. Now, don't get it twisted. Gilly didn't run on purpose. Gilly just ran because that's where his whole home team was going. But you know what, man? Leave that up for the whole internet to say, man. The whole internet says what they want anyways. You know what I mean? That's what this whole thing is about. When you're trending like that and when people are talking about you, that's when the hottest moments are. When everybody is making sure your name is all in them headlines and all them major Google's joints is popping up, then you know shit's going. Let me see right here. So while I was like, tell him what happened, Gilly's like, I got signed to Suave House, right? Dope. They said, come on, man, what's going on with my joint? Excuse me, guys. I got signed to Suave House, right? Dope. They said, we going out, Gilly. We going parking lot pimping. I'm thinking this is a club. All day, I'm like, yeah, we going parking lot pimping. We parking lot pimping later on. This is 99. I never heard of no parking lot pimping. From what I remember about parking lot pimping back in 99, because I was 11 years old then, you would basically see a bunch of people outside by the cars with a bunch of bottles that actually had brown bags around them. You know what I mean? That is what I knew parking lot. But this wasn't outside of a club. This was actually just out in the neighborhood. You know what I mean? At nighttime, everybody would pretty much go outside in the parking lot, standing by the cars and drinking a bunch of alcohol in brown bags. That was a type of parking lot pimping that I would see back in the day when I was like 9 and 10, 11 years old. Of course, I didn't partake in it, but you would see it. I mean, nobody that was like, none of the other people would want you around when you're only 10 years old and shit like that. I mean, there's other type of it. I mean, you hear out in Texas all the time that these guys are selling the albums out of the trunk. So I imagine that, I mean, the type of parking lot pimping I'm talking about, it was like project parking lot pimping, you know what I mean? But I think Gilly's more so talking about the selling the music out of the trunk, everybody socializing outside of the nightclub. And I think they wanted Gilly to come being a new signed guy so they could introduce him to several hundred people. So in turn, he could actually do that in the future, hustle the music off. Probably kind of like how they do. Well, first of all, it's easier to sell the music like that when you're selling it hand to hand. So a lot of the times, if you're doing like how they be doing all these things where they do like these sales where a bunch of vendors come together and everybody's selling their products hand to hand, it could really help out for a situation like that. Because Gilly's got the gift of gab, as he's always said. So if he was out there with 1,000 CDs, you know what I mean? He's probably going to leave that day with about $10,000 or $5,000, $7,000, depending on what he's selling the CDs for. What's going on, Lily? She's in the building tonight. Okay. Tanya Karen G, appreciate you for tapping in. Oh, yup. V Trill. You see, you're tapped in right on what I was saying, bro. V Trill's like 8 Ball played chess, not checkers. He waited till he got on this big platform. He waited till he got on this biggest platform that everyone tunes into. And he set the record straight. Hashtag just my opinion. Yeah, he waited till he got the opportune moment. Like I said, Bun B is not doing interviews with all the hottest brands at this point in time. I don't even think Bun B really does interviews all that much in general. I know I've reached out to 8 Ball and MJG in the past to do interviews. I know I have on several occasions. So to me, they seemingly don't do that many interviews. But they got an opportunity right here to address the elephant in the room. I mean, shit. When somebody makes a blog and they're on one of the biggest podcasts and they're on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Ghetto Boys podcast. When somebody makes a blog about you and they mention you in a light like that, yeah, it's kind of going to irk you. You know what I mean? It's kind of going to irk you for a number of days. Probably going to lead in. You're like, yo, I got to figure out a way to address this. 8 Ball didn't take the tacky way. You know what I mean? 8 Ball didn't take the tacky way of jumping on his Twitter and making a paragraph long message about, yo, I'm going to tell you the real story. He waited until all eyes were on him. Very smart move, man. Very smart move for 8 Ball. I really didn't think it was going to happen. I think probably a lot of people were taken storm by this because we all probably thought, oh, Gilly made a joke. We're going to get into that joke in just a second. Everybody share this video. Let's go. Share this video. Let's go. Also, Mac and Cheese got a new joint, $1 million worth of game records. It's called Detroit Flows, featuring Icewear, Vezo, Lil Yachty. Click the link that I got pinned up. Support 37 Mac and Cheese. This is actually their first video with a feature. So Gilly broke it down. You know what I'm saying? He's like, this is 99. I've never been on no parking lot pimping. We pull up and they get out the cars and we chilling in the parking lot, bro. We pull up, they get out the cars. We chilling in the parking lot. Scarface is like, what's the name of the club? If you don't remember it, what day was it? I can tell you the name of the club. Gilly went on. He's like, I think it was a weekend. So we sitting there and all the girls, 8 Ball and all the girls is out there. I put it together. Oh, they cool. They cool. And then the next thing I know, a dude said, there go Jay Prince. Gilly went on. He said, there go Jay Prince. There go Jay Prince. Get in the car. Get in the car, Gilly. I'm like, who the F is Jay Prince? I get in the car. So now Gilly's in the car, right? They're cool. They're vibing. Everybody's out there vibing, you guys. Having a great time. Everybody is out there vibing with Gilly. They're vibing. You got 8 Ball out there. You got a bunch of females out there. Gilly's really starting to take to these dudes. He's like, oh, these dudes is cool, man. I'm rocking with these dudes. You know what I'm saying? I think this was before, this had to be before Stay Fly. So, I mean, you didn't really know how cool, 8 Ball and MJG was. You know what I'm saying? The whole, you know what I'm saying? It was once they had 8 Ball, once they had Stay Fly, it was a whole different thing. But I'm just kidding, by the way, as well. On some industry shit, it was, but they had already had fans, obviously. So then it turned into, from being a cool moment, it turned into, there goes Jay Prince. Gilly went, there goes Jay Prince. They're like, get in the car, Gilly. I'm like, who the F is Jay Prince? I get in the car. The dude that I'm in the car with is driving like this. Gilly says that he put his head down under the dashboard. So he's saying the dude was driving from under the dashboard. So I'm like, oh man. So now I'm up under the dashboard. So now not only did Gilly run away, but he was actually under the dashboard. Wallow's like, you didn't see nobody? Gilly's like, I don't know who Jay Prince is. Because Wallow's like, you're under the, he's kind of like in his mind, he's like, you didn't see nobody? Because he's kind of wondering, like, if you didn't see anybody, it's like, in Terminator 2. You know what I mean? It's like Terminator 2 when Arnold Schwarzenegger is walking up. You know what I mean? When Arnold's walking up, you're going to duck under the dashboard. You know what I mean? But if you're not seeing nobody there, like, you're just prematurely ducking. Like, what are you doing? But nah, Gilly was just kind of following the protocol of what the other dudes was doing. He didn't know who Jay Prince was. He didn't know if dude was pulling up. He didn't know if dude was pulling up on some crazy Terminator 2 type shit. You know what I mean? We've heard various stories like this throughout the years on the internet, though. I remember a story I actually went over with Kid. Salute my brother Kid. Shit be getting crazy out there. Everybody share this video, man. Everybody vote in the poll. I want to know, who do you believe in this story about Jay Prince? So Gilly said he didn't really know who Jay Prince was. He did not really. He didn't know who Jay Prince was. So that's why he got in the car. That's why he went under the dash. You know what I'm saying? Gilly's like, I don't know who Jay Prince is. I ain't did nothing to nobody. I'm not leaving with nobody. I don't got no. But then Scarface came in and he's like, who said there goes Jay Prince? Gilly's like, 8 Ball. So that's where the whole thing blew up right there, when Gilly actually name checked another artist. You know what I mean? And I know a lot of artists out there that do interviews, they work very hard not to name check another artist, because when you do that, then you're actually giving them an opportunity to respond to you. You know what I mean? And we didn't know when, we certainly didn't know where. You know what I'm saying? We didn't know when, we didn't know where, but in all honesty, it came, and it came at the right time. It came at the exact opportune moment for 8 Ball. Because if he had just done it on Instagram with a little post, or Twitter with a little paragraph, it wouldn't have worked. Now every single news media outlet is picking it up. Now I've got to cover it. You guys. Now all these other blogs are covering it. Shit, 8 Ball and MJG, man. We listened to all their music throughout the years. We bought their albums. We watched them on television. Why aren't we going to listen to them when they go on Verzuz and they say some breaking shit like this? We're going to get into that in a moment, because Gilly's breaking it down right now. Because Scarface is like, who said there goes Jay Prince? Gilly said 8 Ball. Wallow's like, 8 Ball from 8 Ball and MJG. Gilly's like, no. 8 Ball didn't say it. Somebody else screamed like, there go Rap-A-Lot. There go Jay Prince. And I want everybody in here to check out the video. Make sure you hit the watch later, or you can watch it right now on the new video that Mac and Cheese have. It's called Detroit Flows. It's featuring Icewear Vezo. It's featuring Little Yachty. $1 million worth of game records. $1 million worth of game, baby. You guys got to check it out. Mac and Cheese got the dope flow. Salute my guys out there. Salute Mac for really showing me a lot of love and shit. So Gilly's like, no. So he cleared it up. He said, 8 Ball didn't say it. 8 Ball didn't say it. Somebody else screamed like, there goes Rap-A-Lot. There goes Jay Prince. 8 Ball said, get in the car, Gilly. So when we pulled off and we got out of there, I get right back to the studio. So when we pull off and we get out of there, I get right back to the studio. Okay. When we pull off and get out of there, I get right back to the studio. And Draper, okay, so this is where this comes in. And Draper's there. And Gilly's like, I never go into the club again with them. They had me running from a dude named Jay Prince. I never ran from somebody in my life. That was the last time I went to the club. Wow. I wonder if Gilly means in general. I'm wondering if Gilly means in general. If that's why if Gilly was on, I'd be like, so Gil, did that mean in general? Was that really your last time going to the club? Like, were you really feeling some type of a way about the club after that moment? Where you just were like, yo, I'm never going to visit the club again. Now let's remember, this was some PLP. You know what I mean? This was some PLP that was going on. We're going to call it PLP. You know what I'm saying? Just to clean it up a little bit. V-Trill's funny as hell, my guy. V-Trill says, I'm sure Jay Prince would have put this in his book if it happened the way Gilly said it happened. Yeah, Gilly has like a theatrical way of explaining things. Gilly's an absolute genius when it comes to that. You know, when you hear Gilly tell the story about 8 Ball and Jay Prince, when you hear Gilly tell the story about Lil Wayne from a few weeks back, poof, Lil Wayne was gone. Phew, Lil Wayne, phew, Lil Wayne was gone. When you hear Gilly tell the story, it's so much better than when these guys, no disrespect to Mac Main, no disrespect to 8 Ball, but when these guys come out and they dispel the rumors, it's like it's like, you know what I mean? It's like in the wrestling, the WWF, it's like when they break character and they let people know. It's like they break kayfabe. I think that's what it's called. It's like they break kayfabe and they go outside of the box and they're like, well, that's actually not what happened. And this is actually the way that it's like, come on, man. Let the people feed into it a little bit. The way Gilly told your story, it was actually a worthwhile story, but 8 Ball was like, oh, hell nah. Oh, hell nah. You ain't telling my story like that. I'm gonna make a statement. I bet you 8 Ball must have said to MJG, I'm gonna make a statement at the verses. And I'm gonna be like, yo, I ain't never ran from nobody. Oh, no, that's what Gilly said. We'll get into 8 Ball's statement in just a second. We'll get into 8 Ball's statement in just a second, you guys. Let's finish out what Gilly had to say here, and everybody can vote in the poll. So he's like, I ain't never ran from somebody in my life. That was the last time that I went to the club. Scarface is like, the funny part about it is it's not even like that. Gilly's like, the funny thing is, Draper was laughing. He said, why was y'all running from Jay? Jay ain't thinking about y'all. Why was y'all running for? Jay ain't thinking about y'all. Scarface is like, at all. And you know, if they had all stayed there, Gilly would have stayed there. You know what I mean? If they had all stayed there, Gilly would have stayed there and he would have met Jay Prince at that point of time rather than have this very awkward memory. You know what I mean? Very awkward memory, which just got a little bit more awkward because he didn't leave out 8 Ball's name, which he really, I believe, wanted to leave up. I think he wanted to leave the name out because moments later, Gilly was like, no, it wasn't 8 Ball. Somebody said that Rap-A-Lot pulled up. All right, we got 91 people in here. Everybody share this video. Let's get 100 people in here. Let's get 100 people in here. Let's see what we got. So Gilly's like, for me, it was like I just ran from a dude I don't know. I don't even know why we running. Wallow's like, you were scared too. Gilly's like, you right. When you see a dude up under the steering wheel, you're like, oh shit, this is real. Some shit I'm ready to, some shit is really ready to start flying through this. You like, you ain't got no toaster. Gilly's like, you ain't got no toaster, no cookers. Come out. We was up under the dashboard about a dude. We was up under the dashboard about a dude I don't know. I'm never going out with these dudes again. I'm sorry. He was up under the dashboard about somebody that he doesn't know. You know, I've actually spoke with Gilly about, Jay Prince, and he's never had anything negative to say about Jay Prince in any of my interviews. Wallow is like, that was your intro to Houston? Well, big pressure. In all honesty, man, Gilly really just said they told him to get in the car. You know what I mean? In all honesty, Gilly really just said, Gilly was saying that he was running too. You know what I mean? Gilly said that he was running too, in all honesty. Sometimes a joke really gets misinterpreted because just so many people from that era that we all came up from, you know what I mean? That era, it was all about keeping it real and being the realest on, you know what I mean? That's what that era was all about. It was all about standing up against the wall and not doing all the cool ass new dances that the new generation invented and shit like that. That's kind of what it was like back then, you know? And a lot of us probably look back at it like, we're like, damn, man, why didn't we just like open up a little bit more? You know what I mean? Than trying to be that hard and, the 50 Cent, the game, the documentary, you know what I mean? One foot up against the back of the wall, you know what I mean? Stone face type shit. This new generation really has us beat on that. I'll give that to the new generation. You know what I mean? They really have us beat on that shit. So, Wallow's like, that was your intro to Houston. Gilly's like, that was my introduction to Houston. That was my introduction to Houston, man. We went PLP. And the next thing I know, I was under what's it called? The glove compartment joint, pulling off for no reason. I ain't did nothing to nobody. I'm from Philly. I don't know nobody from out here. So let me see this right here, you guys. So Scarface asked, who said, there go Jay Prince? So Gilly went on. So let me get back to this here. I think it was a weekend. So he's sitting there and all the girls, 8 Ball and all the girls is out there. I put it together. Oh, they cool. And then the next thing I know, a dude said, there go Jay Prince. So listen, Gilly writes there, said, a dude said. So he didn't say 8 Ball right there, you guys. Gilly went on, there goes Jay Prince. Get in the car, Gilly. I'm like, who the F is Jay Prince? I get in the car. The dude that I'm in the car with is driving like this, driving with his head down under the dashboard. So I'm like, oh man. So now I'm up under the dash. And Wallow asked, you didn't see nobody? Gilly's like, I don't know who Jay Prince is. So he really wouldn't have known if he was even looking. I ain't did nothing to nobody. I'm not leaving with nobody. I don't got no. But so Scarface asked the question, who said, there go Jay Prince? And that's when he said 8 Ball. Wallow, 8 Ball from 8 Ball from MJG. He meant 8 Ball from 8 Ball and MJG. Gilly's like, no. 8 Ball didn't say it. Somebody else screamed like, yo, there go Rap-A-Lot. There go Jay Prince. 8 Ball said, "Get in the car, Gilly." So when we pulled off and we got out of there, I got right back to the studio. So he said that 8 Ball said, "Get in the car, Gilly." So right there, that's where it is when they told him to get in the car so they could get away from Jay Prince. Um, then he said the funny thing is that Tony Draper was actually laughing. Jay ain't thinking about y'all. Scarface agreed at all. So that's Gilly's actual, interpretation of what happened. That's actually what Gilly said about it. So 8 Ball actually responded during his versus battle. We're about to get into what 8 Ball said. Listen, we got 48 likes in here. We got 76 people. Hit that like button, y'all. Let's get a couple likes in here. Yep, yep. I hear what you're saying, Nightman. He said, "No, that sound like it, Mikey, but Gilly was just joking." But some people don't play like that. Their rep is on the line because MJG and 8 and UGK run the South and they're highly respected. Yeah, no, I totally hear what you're saying, man. I think it's just something that went the wrong way. You know what I mean? Um, yep, I totally agree with you, man. You know, sometimes shit gets misinterpreted. I mean, let's be real. Look what happened with Wiz and Gilly. You know what I mean? Gilly was making a joke and Wiz misinterpreted it. You know what I mean? That was complete BS. All right, so let's get into what. Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. I need 2 people to hit. I need 10 people to hit that like button right now. For real. Let's go. Let's get 60 likes in here. I need 12 people to hit that like button right now. I'm gonna smoke this kush. I'm gonna smoke this kush until y'all hit that like button. Hit the like button, y'all. I will start this video when y'all get 60 likes up in here. Hit that like button right now. We need 11 more likes. So 11 of you in here that have not liked the video, hit that like button right now. And we'll get to 8 Ball's response to Gillie Da Kid. 8 Ball checked Gillie Da Kid for lying on him running from Jay Prince. But what do y'all believe? What do y'all believe? What do y'all believe in the chat? I put up a poll so y'all can put up your thoughts. Do you think 8 Ball is telling the truth? We're about to get into 8 Ball's story. We're about to get into what 8 Ball said at the verses to respond. Hit that like button, y'all. 9 more likes. 9 more likes. Let's get 60 likes. I'm going to continue this video. That's right. Let's get 7 more likes, y'all. Hit that like button right now. Hit that like button, you guys. Show some love and hit that like button. So 8 Ball had a response. He pretty much did it at the right time because he was on the biggest platform. You know, we all saw what happened with we all really saw what happened with Be Real, Cypress Hill, Onyx. They were all kind of tight that they didn't get the platform for verses that they thought they were going to get, because everybody knows when you're on a versus battle, it's pretty much the most known thing. Everybody in hip, don't go live unless you go live after verses. Don't go live and compete against verses. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. So 8 Ball took a moment during his performance to say, for everyone that's listening, Gillie Da Kid told a story about us running from Lil J. Gillie Da Kid told a story about us running from Lil J one night out of the parking lot. Gillie Da Kid, you remembered that wrong. You have never been in the car with me. So 8 Ball said that they were in the parking lot. They were PLPing. You know what I'm saying? And he said Gillie told a story. As we all just heard, we all heard the story. Now Gillie actually said they pulled up in multiple cars. 8 Ball here says, you have never been in the car with me. You have never been in the car with me. You know what I'm saying? That was a joke, Nightman. Y'all know Gillie was joking when he said that. He had just had Wiz on the show, man. He had just had Wiz on the show. Him and Wiz and Wallow did the Smoke Olympics. It was crazy. So guys, listen to this. There's a whole nother portion to 8 Ball's response. So 8 Ball went on. He said, my first gun charge was in Houston. You can look that shit up. And Lil J, we have nothing but respect for that man. And he ain't got nothing but respect for us. We have never had to run from Lil J. For everyone just tuning in, 8 Ball responded to Gillie. 8 Ball said, for everyone that's listening, Gillie Da Kid told a story about us running from Lil J one night out the parking lot. Gillie, you remembered that wrong. You have never been in the car with me. Lil J, we have nothing but respect for that man. And he ain't got nothing but respect for us. We have never had to run from Lil J. I believe it was MJG who said never. I believe it was him. 8 Ball went on to 8 Ball wants to clear it up. He said, you feel me, man? So get your story right and say who you really was with that night. Let's go. So guys, 8 Ball is saying that he wants Gillie to actually say who he was really with that night. He's saying that Gillie wasn't actually in the car with him. Gillie kind of said in his story that they had multiple cars that pulled up, right? Let me see here. Let me see here. Gillie said Jane Prince was the first one. This is 99. I've never heard of no PLPing. We pull up and get out the cars. Gilly said, we pull up and we get out the cars and we chilling in the parking lot, bro. We pull up, they get out of the cars, and we chilling in the parking lot. Exactly what Gilly said. Gilly went on, I think it was a weekend. So we sitting there, and all the girls and Eight Ball and all the girls is out there. And I put it together. Oh, they cool. And then the next thing I know, a dude said, there go Jay Prince. Now, we are talking about 20-year time difference right now. Maybe even a 21-year time difference, something along those lines. So guys, so just to fact check that a little bit, what he's saying, Eight Ball said he caught his first firearm charge in Houston. Eight Ball and MJG, they're actually from Memphis. We all know that. But I really could not find anything about that firearm charge in Houston. I did not find any type of write-up about it. I didn't really look too far. I just gave it a little Google search. I figured I'd be able to find something. I found a couple other things that I'm not really going to get into. I think they're kind of irrelevant to this whole situation. Let me take a look at the poll. Now, judging from both of the stories, you guys, I want to know, who do y'all think was right in this situation? I want to know, who do y'all got in this one? You know, do you guys got Gilly? Do you guys have Eight Ball? It looks like 53% of the chat is riding with Eight Ball over Gilly. It looks like, yeah, that's crazy. Y'all are riding with Eight Ball tonight. Y'all are rocking with Eight Ball on this one. I don't blame you, man. Y'all can rock with who you want to rock with. You know what I mean? One dude was in the chat saying the way that Gilly told the story, it was like it should have been in a book. You know what I mean? Maybe Gilly gets a little bit theatrical sometimes when he tells stories, man. I think the stories are better coming from Gilly personally. I mean, that's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Gilly obviously told what happened. They obviously got in the car, and there was obviously somebody there with his head under the steering wheel driving. You know, I've never actually driven like that before. I'm not sure if you're even how you would really be capable of driving like that, but it sounds pretty theatrical. You know what I mean? It sounds like it could be in the Gilly and the Wallow show when they get that show on Adult Swim. I would like to see that episode in that cartoon. But yeah, everybody watching this, check out Gilly's Sons, Mac and Cheese. That's right. They got a new video. It's called Detroit Flows, you guys. Detroit Flows from Mac and Cheese, featuring Icewear Vezo and Lil Yachty, man. Need y'all to check that shit out, man. Need y'all to check that shit out. Appreciate you, Big Pressure. Major salute, man. I don't know if I've seen you in the chat before, bro. I don't know if I've seen you in the chat before, man. But I definitely appreciate it. I'm going to do some open questions. I always do open questions at the end of my podcasts. Every time we come to an end, I always do open questions, you guys. I always put the ball in your hands. If anybody has any questions they want to ask me about the topics, you know what I'm saying, about Wack 100 versus Trick Daddy, I was covering that tonight. Trick had some things to say about Wack, and they had actually gone back and forth, which was kind of crazy to hear a legend, you know what I mean? To hear a legend like, you know, Trick Daddy going back and forth with Wack. I mean, you know, but in all honesty, every once in a while we get that. You know what I mean? Every once in a while there's somebody that actually goes back and forth with Wack. You know what I mean? But you know, that's the entertainment of Clubhouse, I guess. You know what I mean? That's the entertainment of it all. But if anybody has any open questions, I'm going to check the poll out right now. I want everybody to vote in the poll. I'm going to give y'all another couple minutes to vote in the poll if you haven't. Y'all can vote in the poll right now. It looks like 8 Ball is leading. Gillie Da Kid, 52% to 48%. So it's a pretty tight poll. You heard both stories. Obviously, Gilly's story was a little bit more drawn out. This is the open question portion of the show. Shout out to all the fake YouTube channels out there who don't know how to create real content. Y'all will probably be here for about a half a year. Yeah, Rick. Yeah, Rick, you can ask me a question, bro. This is the open question portion of the show. Probably show enough. Ooh, King Huso. Sorry about that. Sorry. Trick a legend, but Wack do got his shit together on this one. Trick is a legend. Yeah, you agree with me on that. But Wack is coming at him. Trick kind of sounds a little bit all over the place. You know what I mean? Oh. Is your question for clout, bro? What the hell, dude? Put a super chat in if you want to ask that question, man. Cloud ass question. Dudes don't be tuning in on a regular basis, so don't really know what's going on. Open questions. Final questions, y'all. If anybody has any final questions, send them in. I'm about to end the poll tonight. Let me see. All right, cool. Very tight poll. Very tight poll with both of these guys. I'm going to take you guys' final questions. If anybody has any final questions, wanted to hit y'all with a little quick podcast tonight. Hope everybody is enjoying their Memorial weekend. I know it's getting crazy this weekend. Damn. That's what's up. That's what's up. Big Pressure says, first time in here, but I subbed and liked and hit that bell. Hell yeah, man. I appreciate you for hitting the notification bell. If anybody in here is not subscribed, when you do, make sure you hit that notification bell. But disclaimer, I may disagree, but I don't disrespect. Salute, brother. I'm definitely coming back and we'll hit the panel. That's love, man. You know, I appreciate everybody who comes in here with their voice, man. You know, I appreciate the conversation. You got to add on to the topics as well. So that means it comes with a little bit of sharing and putting in different points of view on things. That's why I interact with the chat. That's why I interact with the chat so we can get a good vibe going. I know everybody is out enjoying their Memorial weekend, though. My boy's actually out celebrating in Vegas right now. My boy's actually out celebrating in Vegas, so that shit's lit. I was actually really wanting to go with him because it's his birthday, so I'm regretting not being there right now. But the fact of the matter is, I had to stream. The fact of the matter is, I had to stream, and he had a room, and we had too many people in the room, so I was like, damn. The fact of the matter is, I couldn't have streamed in that room that I was going to get. So I was going to have to get my own hotel room and shit like that. And then at that point, I didn't even book the flight. And at the last moment, I actually found a flight that was pretty respectably priced at like $525 for there and back. I was like, oh shit, I need to grab that flight. Of course, when you don't buy the flight that night, the price gets majorly jacked up by the next day. So here I am, still in Connecticut, not in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? I would have had to freaking like, because if I was in Vegas streaming, there was gonna be like, honestly, there was gonna be like a few girls in the room. There was gonna be my boy in the room. It was his birthday weekend and shit like that. So it was gonna be kind of crazy. So I had to just put priorities. You know, I had to put priorities to the front. Or I could have just got a room for like $1,300 for like 5 days. I was thinking about that too. I was like, I need to go out there and get a room and stream from out there. That's what I really wanted to do. But yeah, you got to have your priorities in order. I appreciate everybody for tapping into tonight's podcast, though. I really do. Y'all are the greatest audience. I'm going to put my Instagram up here. I want y'all to follow me on the gram. I'm going to follow everybody back that follows me on Instagram right now. Weird. Guys, how's my connection? Is my connection working? Guys, how's my connection? Is my my thing, I just got a message that said having trouble with the internet. Please check your connection. I'm like, what the hell? Shit's bugging. But let me know if I'm good, you guys. Oh shit. Oh shit. We got a clubhouse room going. Not saying hell, bro. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Talk about hip hop on my stream. Yo, thanks, Eric. I really appreciate you for messing with the stream. Oh, man. All right, good. I'm glad, Belicio. Thanks for letting me know. Because the shit was saying that I wasn't connected. It was like, check your internet connection. I'm like, come on, man. You're bugging out. You're bugging out. Don't bug out on me right now. It's Friday night. We're competing right now. You know what I'm saying? It's Friday night. We're competing. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, Schizo. We still tapped in, bro. It's Friday night, man. I'm about to roll. Oh man, I gotta run out to the whip. Gotta run out to the whip, man. Literally. Thank you, Eric. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Just wanted to make sure my stream was good. Just wanted to make sure my stream was good because it's saying was a connection problem. You gotta that's some bullshit. But as soon as I get the whole studio set up, you know what I mean? It might be a whole lot different though. Y'all might not expect what's to come because right now the way I do it is from a pretty basic function. What up with you, PZ? Appreciate you for tapping in. I want to know, what do y'all think I should smoke? Let me see what I got here. What should I blaze, y'all? I'm putting it in your hands. I'm putting it in your hands, you guys. I want to know, what do you guys think I should blaze tonight? Or next, I should say. Should I blaze this? Should I blaze the dosi pie? Or should I blaze this? Let me know what you guys think, man. I'm putting the choice in your hands. Which one do you think I should do? See, this is the apple juice. This is the apple juice. Oh, damn. This shit looks crazy. That shit looks crazy. This is the dosi pie. You think I should mix them? Nah, not the one in Worcester, bro. Oh, you're blazing on some cherry runts? This shit, man. This shit looks crazy. Shit looks crazy. I might mix them, actually. To be honest with you guys. I might try a little mix because I have some dosi pie already out on the table, and I have not mixed them yet, so I might give it a mix. Ah, shit. So that means I'm disregarding the poll. Let me see what the poll says. Let me see what the poll says. Oh, yep. Blaze. Eric says the apple juice. Schizo blazing on some cherry runts. It's an interesting strain right there, cherry runts. Let me see. Pacifier apple. Wow. Pacifier apple juice is taking the lead totally on that one, you guys. That's crazy. All right, I got to run out to the whip and get my Dutchess. Damn it. Damn, PZ13, bro. I've conquered 10. You know what I mean? I've done the push-up challenge that Gilly and Wiz were doing. I've actually conquered 10, to be honest with you guys. But 13, man, you bugging. Let me see if I could do 13. Let me see if I could do 13 tonight. Roll this shit up. Let me roll this shit up right here. Let me roll this up, you guys. Damn, this is a combo right here. This is actually a crazy combo. Yo, Peasy, are you interested to know how this tastes rolled up together? The dosi pie and the and the apple juice. I guess I'll call it the apple dosi. I got a couple whips. And I need to start rolling backwards. I need to start rolling backwards all the time. I got a couple different whips. I got a couple different chicks. Made a couple different flips. I got a couple different ticks. Let me see what I got here. Let me see what I got here. I just mixed up the apple juice. I mixed up the apple juice pacifier apple juice with the dosi pie. So I've got 4 different chronics here pretty much. I've got 2 different hybrids and a Dutch. And I'm going to be giving you guys my honest review. I'm going to give you, hell yeah, Belicio. What's up, King Jess? Appreciate you for tapping in. Belicio, hell yeah. Garcia Vegas back in the day were lit with the green. It came in the green container. We would get like 12 of those a day, 10 of those a day, really. Okay, let me light this up. Let me get this down right. Let me get this down right because I want to do this right for you guys. Maybe I'll even do shorter strain reviews in general if I could really get a vibe here. If I can catch a vibe, you guys, I might do it. Jess says those were dope. The Garcia Vegas, yeah, they were doper than a lot until these Dutches came around. Let me try this out. Yeah, the green ones. The green ones were the only ones to get, bro. The brown ones, was it light brown? I don't remember those so much. Probably because I never got them. But the green ones had a black cap, right? So are you talking about a light brown one with a brown cap with a black cap? I never purchased those, if so. The peach optimals. Why do people always be talking about the peach the peach optimals? Let me get another hit of this pacifier apple juice and dosi pie. Oh yeah. That's definitely a great mixture. Everybody watching, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. I will see you all on the next video.